So Kit and Nicole wanted me to read more because they didn't want to read the books. But they wanted me to go through the Hellfire and Damnation that is reading this piece of shit. Um, so the helicopter ride ended as 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 it was meant to do, on the helipad on the top of his 20-story foot house. Or so, I don't know. He lives in like a penthouse. I don't really know. I don't know his life. And there was a lot more of the Tango Whiskey Charlie bullshit that I really didn't like. Then there was a sex scene, and she was a virgin, and then he was like, "Why didn't you tell me? 'Cause I just want to tie you up and be your rapist." And he was like, "I'll just take your virginity. That's cool." And she was like, "Okay." Seems not very Christian of her, but whatever. So I just skipped to page 127. So she's woken up, and Christian is still asleep, and they slept in the same bed. And Christian doesn't do that. He doesn't sleep in the same bed as other women because he doesn't like to sleep with other people. He's closed off. I don't know if you guys get this. He's very controlling. He's a control freak. He's very closed off. You don't want to, but they slept. They shared a bed together. So, and she woke up the next morning, and holy hell, I'm hungry. She's hungry, guys. I am daunted by his kitchen. It's so sleek and modern, and none of the cupboards has handles. It takes me a few seconds to deduce that I have to push the cupboard doors to open them. Perhaps I should cook Christian breakfast. Don't cook that guy breakfast. He sucks. He was eating an omelet the other day. Yesterday at the Heathman. That was the hotel that they were at. He had an egg white omelet. You have no idea how much I'm sacrificing to read this so that you don't have to. Geez, so much has happened since then. I checked the fridge where there are plenty of eggs and decided I want pancakes and bacon. I set about making some batter, dancing my way around the kitchen. Being busy is good. It allows a bit of time to think, but not too deeply. I don't feel like this girl thinks very deeply, ever. I have not at any point for this entire book understood why this dude's interested in her, because she's so basic. And I don't mean she's a basic bitch, she's Instagramming her pumpkin spice lattes. I mean, she's boring. There's nothing about her that's interesting. Her hobby is that she talks about reading. I don't think she really reads. I think she just talks about books. And he's also really boring. I don't know, how is this a best 100 million copies? And neither one of these characters is compelling. Christian Grey has a lot of money, and that's kind of his character. And he's controlled. He's very bossy. And he wears a lot of gray. Music blaring in my ears also helps to stave off deep thought. She needs some help with that. I came here to spend the night in Christian Grey's bed and managed it, even though he doesn't let anyone in his bed. I told you guys. I smile. Mission accomplished. Cool, if you just love him enough, he'll change for you. This is like Beauty and the Beast all over again. Alright. I grin. More grin. Okay. Big time, and I'm distracted by the memory of last night, his words, his body, his lovemaking. I close my eyes as my body hums at the recollection, and my muscles contract deliciously deep in my belly. Ugh. My subconscious scowls at me. Fucking, not lovemaking. She screams at me like a harpy. Oh, also, I didn't read the part where she talked about getting in touch with her inner goddess, and that's who she was like, I wonder how my inner goddess would feel about me losing my virginity to this guy. She seems wary, but tempted. She screams at me like a harpy. I ignore her, but deep down I know she has a point. I shake my head to concentrate on the task at hand. There is a state-of-the-art range. I think I have the hang of it. Stoves. I need somewhere to keep the pancakes warm, and I start on the bacon. Amy Stood is singing in my ear about misfits. The song used to mean so much to me. That's because I'm a misfit. Yeah, she seems like a real misfit. She calls her shirts blouses. She wears a lot of blue, I guess. She works at a hardware store. She doesn't drink, like, ever. So, but she gives her parents a lot of trouble. She's been drunk once in her life. Okay. I've never fitted in anywhere, and now I have an indecent proposal to consider from King Misfit himself. Why is he this way? Nature or nurture? It's so alien to anything I know. I put the bacon under the grill, and while it's cooking, I whisk some eggs. I turn, and Christian is sitting on one of the bar stools at the breakfast bar, leaning on it, his face supported by his steepled hands. He's still wearing the t-shirt he slept in. Just fucked hair really, really suits him, as does his designer stubble. I didn't know there was designer stubble. He looks both amused and bewildered. I freeze, flush, then gather myself and pull the headphones out of my ears, my knees weak at the sight of him. Good morning, Miss Steele. You're very energetic this morning. I guess I didn't put that she was listening to her iPod, which I guess you guys got, but she was also, like, dancing around. And she was like, I'm going to dance around and make breakfast. Which, no, honestly, I like dancing around when you're making breakfast. It's pretty legit. So, that's interesting. I like that she did that. I slept well, I stuttered my explanation. His lips try to mask his smile. I can't imagine why, he pauses and frowns. So did I after I came back to bed. Are you hungry? Very, he says with an intense look, and I don't think he's referring to food. Pancakes, bacon, and eggs? Sounds great. I don't know where you keep your placemats. Who uses placemats? I haven't used a placemat since I was like 7. I shrug, trying desperately hard not to look flustered. I'll do that. You cook. Would you like me to put some music on so you can continue your, dancing? There were 2 ellipses between the yeah. I stare down at my fingers, knowing that I am turning puce. Ugh. Please don't stop on my account. It's very entertaining. His tone is one of wry amusement. I purse my lips. Entertaining, eh? Oh, because he's Canadian. My subconscious has doubled over in laughter at me. I turn and continue to whisk the eggs, probably beating them a little harder than necessary. You don't want to over-whisk eggs. It's real danger. In a moment, he's beside me. He gently pulls my pigtail. I love these, he whispers. They won't protect you. Bluebeard. She started calling him Bluebeard a couple pages ago, and I don't know why. I don't think it's explained. I tried to look back and see why she was like calling him Bluebeard. It's not explained. It's like a character from a different book that she says she read. I turn back to the task at hand, trying to hide my smile. He's hard to stay mad at. Okay, you're going to end your phrases with a preposition, that's fine. Especially when he's so uncharacteristically playful. He opens a drawer and takes out 2 slate black placemats for the breakfast bar. Oh, does he own Grayscale dishes? Is he super into Grayscale? I pour the egg mix into a pan, pull out the bacon, turn it over, and put it back under the grill. When I turn back around, there's orange juice on the table, and he's making coffee. Would you like some tea? Yes, please, if you have some. I find a couple of plates of... Okay, so I guess the Grayscale, those are placemat mats, not plates. I'm sorry, guys. Such a fuck up. Christian reaches into a cupboard and pulls out some Twinings English breakfast tea. I purse my lips. Bit of a foregone conclusion, wasn't I? Are you? I'm not sure we've concluded anything yet, Miss Steele, he murmurs. What does he mean by that? What does any of this mean? I don't understand any... I don't know what I just read. I have excellent retention. Okay. What does he mean by that? Our negotiations, our relationship, whatever that is, all in italics, by the way. He's still so cryptic. I serve up the breakfast onto the heated plates and lay them on the placemats. I hunt in the refrigerator and find some maple syrup. I glance up at Christian, and he's waiting for me to sit down. Okay, this... Okay, why? Why is it taking her this many pages to talk about morning after breakfast? Like every other book that you read when people hook up for the first time, it's like... And then we made breakfast, and we ate toast or whatever, and it was super good, and we had coffee. They don't sit there and go, and then I whisked the eggs, and I diced the tomatoes for the omelet. It was a Denver omelet, you know, named for the city, not the singer. Oh, God. I need a break. I can't do... Ashley and Nicole and Kit, this sucks.